The CP2 from SMK. It's a CO2 powered rifle. Is it a rifle? Is it a pistol? How powerful is it? Does it group? Who knows? But we're going to find out in this video. Now, as you might know, if you've been in the UK or if you live in the UK, you'll be fully aware of the fact that the weather has been absolutely diabolical, but we've come up with a plan today. Look at this. Now, this isn't a long-distance shooting piece of kit, but it's not a review. I just want to see if I can prove what it says on the box, find out how powerful it is, and see whether or not it groups. People love this thing, but let's have a little talk about what's going on the box. Right, so as it says, CP2 converts into a rifle. It absolutely does. So it comes as a pistol, and you can change the bits over on it and turn it into a rifle. I won't be changing any bits over, and the reason for that is because YouTube think that when you start swapping pieces of pistols and guns about, that you're modifying them. Technically, I guess you are, but it is just using it as nature intended. So I don't want to mess about with it, but I will show you it in pistol form, and then I will tell you how to convert it over. It's very, very simple. Mine's in 2.2, so it's supposed to be 500 feet per second, and I want to put that to the test today. I want to see whether or not it does. I've got a chrono with me. We're going to try that out. Capable velocity for dozens of effective shots. We'll try that out as well. We'll see how long it takes for the power to dip off. I'm going to try it in a pistol format off camera just to see what it chronos at, but most of this is going to be done in the rifle format because that's really all I'm going to be using it for ever. Adjustable trigger, adjustable rear sight. It's bloody good, to be fair. It's very good. One thing I will say is the picture here, vermin control, it indicates, I don't know if you can see it very well, it's got a rabbit silhouette with a pigeon silhouette and a rat silhouette. I wouldn't go any higher than a rat or a pigeon. I don't know that this would be very effective on a rabbit. Mine's in 2.2, it comes with a 7-shot magazine. I'm not going to chat too much about it all. So it comes like this when you get it. And in the box you get, obviously you get the pistol itself. It's standard bolt action. This is the buttstock for when it becomes a rifle. Look, I've got it in the camo, you get it in other colours as well. There's the barrel for making it into a rifle. And there is the silencer as well, the moderator. That actually works really well as well. It's a very good moderator. Comes with two 7-shot magazines for the 2.2 version. I do wish I'd got it in 177 because I've got a PP800 in 177 and it's bang on. But I've got it in 2.2, so we're going to go with it in 2.2 and see if we can get the best out of it today. That's my mission. Just going to get this bit out of the way straight away. So as a pistol in this format, in England and Wales, it's not allowed to exceed 6 foot-pounds of energy as a pistol. So when you put the longer barrel on, it creeps over the 6 foot-pound, apparently. We'll check that in a bit. So if I had that long barrel on there now, with the pistol grip, it would actually be illegal. You'd actually be holding, technically, a firearm. Even though it's still sub-12, it's over 6 foot-pound, which makes it illegal as a pistol, if that makes any sense. So if you do want to convert it, if you want to stay safe, the best thing you could do is put that bit on first. And because that's completely legal. A pistol with the buttstock is completely legal. So put the buttstock on and then change the barrel over. Pretty simple. That'll keep you in clear of the law in any way. I've got a selection of pellets to try. It's got to be able to group with at least one of these pellets, but I'm going to go for the 18.13 grain JSB Exact Jumbo Heavies, just to chrono the pistol version. So in pistol format, it's 208mm barrel, and it's a 360mm barrel in a rifle format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pellet test it now. I'm going to chrono it, sorry, in its pistol format. Now, I'm not going to do that on camera because I don't want to use this on camera and then change it over to the rifle format and then use it again, because that might be construed by YouTube as me modifying it. I'm never going to use it in its pistol form. I'm not really interested in it in its pistol form. I'm only interested in it in its rifle form. But I do want to know what it chronos at and what the difference in barrel lengths makes. So come back in a second, we'll do that.
A lot of boring math later.
Right, so I've chronoed it now in its pistol format. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just put this there a sec. Because in its pistol format, I'll put them up here anyway, but I will just explain. 18.13s, it was 5 foot-pound at the maximum. And then I dropped it down to the 14.3 grain Webley Acupel. And those 7 shots were 5.4 to 5.2, so average 5.3-ish. Then I tried the Webley Magnums, and I only put 2 through there because they barely fitted into the breech. There was a hell of a struggle, and I don't want to ruin anything, so any breech seals or anything like that, so I've binned them off. But as far as foot-pounds of energy, well within the 6 foot-pounds in its pistol format. But now it's in its rifle format, as you can see, it's actually allowed to go up to 12 foot-pounds. Obviously, it's not going to. but it can. So it doesn't matter if it goes over the 6 foot-pound now. It's a very simple process. All you have to do is unscrew this. This little piece slides out, and you can actually secrete one of these bad boys up in there as a spare if you want to as well. So that's, and then you slide that the buttstock back onto it. There's 3 grub screws on the top here. You pop those out. They're a lot shallower than you think, so they're very easy to lose. Take one barrel out and put the other barrel in. I'd like to try to group with it today. I'd like to see how it groups. So I'm gonna put, it's massively overkill, bear with. So this is what's going on there just for today. That's if I can get it to fit. Oh, it will fit, yeah, ideal. So that's going to go on there just so that I can see how it groups. I want to see how it groups. So I want to see how long a gas canister lasts as well when it starts dropping off. So I'm going to try these Acupels again. These are 14.3. These magazines can be quite fiddly, but they fold all the way around. So you take the plastic clear bit on the top, spin it all the way around, putting pressure on the spring. You drop the first one in on the back the wrong way round, so skirt first, and then you just literally just move it around, filling them up as you go. I will just say as well, a lot of fun. These things are so much fun. I've been here playing about with it off camera and stuff like that, and it is a lot of fun. So give it a quick go. 464 feet per second. 454, 454, 449, 446, 438, 436. Right, so as far as the box says, it can go up to 500 feet per second. That's not too bad. That is pretty close, I'd say. It is actually dropping off, as you can see. So I'm just wondering whether or not that is CO2 falling off. That's something else worth considering. So it started at 6.8 foot-pounds, and it's at 6 foot-pounds now after a full magazine. I'll put it up here. So it's at 6 foot-pounds now. That's worth knowing. Right, sounds like there's still a bit of air left in it, but let's try. So basically you take your air cartridge, it slides down in there, pop your end on like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep firing through it and seeing what happens. So bear with me.
Two very boring minutes later.
Okay, right. Now that's 35 shots. 35 shots, and it's starting to get pretty... It's not performing as well as it should do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for a minute. When I was refilling the magazine, after leaving it settle for a minute, it actually went back up. The power went back up just ever so slightly. So I'm going to leave it for a minute. You can actually feel it on the barrel here. It is a little bit cold. So maybe it's because it's the rapid firing. I don't know. We'll give it 10 minutes. I'll fit the scope or something like that. So to keep myself occupied, I'll fit the scope and then come back in well, you don't have to wait 10 minutes because we'll be coming back and the scope will be on any second now. There it is. It's been about 10 minutes now. I'm going to see whether or not the little break that I've given it increases the power at all. But it's had 35 shots, so this will be up to 42 shots now. It's got a scope on it now and everything. Look. Wow. Well, that's interesting. So I'm not going to get too into it, but there's a definite difference between leaving it for a second. When you come back to it, it's definitely the power has increased. So I do think because of the CO2, it does probably have an effect on power, if that makes any sense. But you're not probably going to sit there and rapid fire with it. But I know that I can get about 30 shots out of it before it starts going too low. So that's enough for me. I'm going to get this scope zeroed in because we're going to go somewhere very special now to see whether or not this thing will group. That's the most important thing to me. It's firing at 25 metres now. I don't think it's at its best over 25 metres. I think 15 to 20 metres it would be better. So we're going to go somewhere now where we can shoot 15 to 20 metres. Let's go and have a look. apologise if there's a lot of echo, because where we are today is very, very different. This is still a part of D range, but this is D bunker. I'm going to try and speak closely into this microphone. I absolutely love it down there. This is probably the coolest place I know of. Hang on. I just realised that this wasn't switched on. So God knows what I just got then. I'll try this again. So if you're not new to the channel, one of the places that I shoot regularly is a place called D range. Well, this is part of D range, but this is D bunker. Look at this. Now, Darren still doesn't know exactly what he wants to do with this yet. Personally, I want to move in. It's an old underground water reservoir. It used to store water. So at this end, it's actually a little bit deeper. Look at that. Look at that for a range. Now, I've said before on this channel how lucky I am. And it's not lost on me. Not many people get the opportunity to come to places like this. The reason that I'm down here today is because the weather has been somewhat inclement up above ground. So I asked Darren if he minded if I came down here to test the CP2, and he obliged. So here we are. Let me see if I can catch some reverb. I'm not sure how much of that you can catch. What an excellent space, no? Yeah? I'm so bloody lucky. Right. When I first came down here, there wasn't any sound against the back wall as a backstop. So the reverb down here was insane. In fact, have a look at this video. What I'm thinking of doing with the CP2 is to give it a fighting chance on a grouping scenario. I'm looking at about 15 meters, I think. I'm going to try that. Let's go back a touch. Go back this way a touch. Perfect. Right, so we're at 15 meters where the camera's tripod is now. So I'm going to get myself set up. I'm going to put a target up there, and I'm going to put a camera down there, set myself up here with the tripod, and take it from there. So here's my little setup in D bunker. Now I've got a whole selection of pellets to try. I'm not going to try all of them. I'm just going to keep going until I find something that groups. First off, Acupel. And the reason I'm trying Acupel is because I could really do with using them. They do work okay in a few of my guns, but I could do with them working a little bit better. I'm trying to talk quietly so it doesn't reverberate too much. I'm not sure how that's going to be in the edit, but one thing I will say is the noise of shooting that wood down here is insane. Let me just show you. I've just literally been zeroing it at 15 meters, and this is what we got. I absolutely love it. I'll go put a camera up and some targets so that you can see what I'm doing here. Right. So this is 15 meters with the Acupels. If these work okay, I don't really see the point in pellet testing anymore, but they seem to be going all right in just zeroing the rifle. They seem to work absolutely fine. We're using my Man Billy carbon fiber tripod as well. Okay, so I'm going to go for the top left-hand dot. It's a brand new air cartridge as well, so it might be a little bit squirrely. It seems to go a lot better than that a minute ago. So there's another let's do another 7 of them a minute into the dot below. Let's see if the air settles down. It wallops it, doesn't it? Honestly, I can't get too excitable. If I get too excitable, you won't hear a single thing. The reverb is incredible. Right, so that's Acupels. I didn't think they were that bad, to be honest. I thought they were pretty good. Right, this is some H&M Field Target Trophy now. Boom! This is my new favourite place in the world to shoot, by the way. I don't think I'm going to do 2 magazines of those. Worth a try. Try some jumbo exacts, 15.89s. Last one was a little bit low, but that's 7.14.21, that's 28 shots. So we're getting close to the end of its shot count. So far, the exacts, I think, are fine. That last shot that dipped off a little bit can probably be explained away by the air dropping off. But I'll test that by doing another 7 with the same pellet to see if it consistently falls off. So there's another 7 jumbos in here. And I'm just going to aim for the top of the middle guy's head and see if they start to fall off now. Ooh. I think 30 shots. I think if you're going to be realistic, 30 shots is about, I mean, I could probably get more shots out of it now. I'm not just going to waste this gas canister, but 30 usable on-target shots, I think, is what we're probably looking at. So rather than waste this gas canister, I'm going to shoot some of them targets over there. Can you imagine when this was built for holding water? Do you think they would have thought that someday somebody was going to be down here with a CP2 CO2 powered rifle having the time of their life? Now, it might not come across that I'm really excited. It might do, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm trying to just keep it, because if I get too excited, basically this is what happens if I talk at my normal volume. So this is a good little experiment for me in the editing room to find out whether or not I can actually just speak and it records it perfectly, because the echo is phenomenal down there. Let's have a little go. Ooh. I think we're definitely running out of air now. Right. So now is a little indicator for you. Bear with me 2 secs. Right. All the rest of them, aiming for the centre, hit the steel. Now, after... It's 19 metres. So 19 metres now, it's dropping right off. So that's how many shots? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. So that's 42 shots. After 42 shots, they're pretty much unusable, I would say. But that's fine. That's a lot of, 40 shots. You can have a lot of fun down here with 40 shots. You can shoot a lot of steels with 40 shots. But if you want to use it for vermin control, I probably wouldn't go more than about 25, just to be fair. And that's over 15 metres. 15 metres, this thing's absolutely fine, and it puts pellets where they need to be. So yeah, brilliant. Now let's enjoy ourselves a little bit, shall we? What can we do? Hang on a minute. Oh, I know what we could do. I know what we could do. Oh my God, look at this. Now that was fun. Now, as you can probably imagine, letting off things like that in a confined space like this generates a little bit of smoke. So I'm going to leave this section of the video there so I can get out of it. But that was fun. Right, I'm signing this off sat out here because, as you can see, it got a bit smoky down there. This video was purely because the weather's been so bad. I mean, it's not showing its true colours now. It's been horrific the last few weeks, and it's been windy. If it's not windy, it's chucking it down with rain, if not both. Today has actually been a little bit easier. The wind does keep picking up, so now that I've done that, I've literally been hatching ideas for hundreds more videos. So if you're interested in seeing more done in Debunker, please let me know in the comments. That was absolutely brilliant. I mean, that was a lot of fun. Too much fun, John from Hawkseye TV would say. Right, 2 secs. Right, I've degassed this now, so don't panic. So that was a CP2. I think we can safely say that it's not a high magnet, it's not a high shot capacity. I think 30 shots to have a mess about with is fine, and then you're going to throw the rest of the shots away, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? That's what this is. You don't need the massive scope on the top, but actually, I got to be completely honest, this scope worked really well on it. It is quite top heavy, I will admit, but and I will probably put the red dot sight back on it, but for the purposes of today, I think that I've figured a few things out about the good old CP2. I'm very happy with it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think that if you can get one, you should. It's as simple as that. For a garden rat dispatcher, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. It's completely lightweight. There's no weight to it whatsoever. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, CP2, there it is. So anyway, so let's just end it there before I keep going on and on and on and waffling. Again, thank you very much to Darren at D-Range for letting me come here today, and especially for letting me down in Debunker. I definitely am going to be doing some more of that. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I say it in most videos, but I genuinely have enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun for me. That's kind of like one of those things that you imagine when you're a kid being able to do. It just brings something to the front that's absolutely brilliant. I love it down there. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you want to. As always, you don't have to. You do what makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy makes me happy. As always, see you in the next video. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.